Finally, it's here. Oh my gosh. I know it's... Oh, okay. Odin 2 Max is turning up. Here we got the Odin 2 Mini. Finally. It's finally here. I know it's become a meme that I don't have scissors on this channel, but I don't have scissors, so we're just going to open it with tweezers. And I'm glad I finally got it because everybody else made their reviews and got theirs literally 2 months ago. And I'm glad I finally get it so I can make a review. You know, certainly very late, but better late than never. I ordered this like the night it went live. Okay, let's open it up. Okay, here's the box. Here's the case that comes with it, because if you pre-ordered it, you got a little case. Oh, this thing is tiny. There's nothing in here. Ooh. Ooh, there's a little Velcro thing to keep it closed. And a little pouch here. Oh, this is really nice. I like this. This is a screen protector as well that I got for pre-ordering. They sell all these things on their website, so if you want that, that's what you get. And here's the actual product. AYN's boxes probably are my favorite because look at this. Look at how much attention to detail there is here. Okay, so which model I got is the base model with 8 gigabytes of RAM and 120 gigabytes of storage, and the black model. Do a little flip open. And there it is. They got this here, which is the manual, I guess. It's a mini LED display, which I'm really interested in seeing what it looks like, because it's not an OLED display, but it certainly is better than the LCD display we'd see on a bunch of these devices. It's the same processor and GPU as the Odin 2 Max I have right here. It's just charging. The only difference between this and the Max, aside from obviously the size and the design, is that the Max has 16 gigabytes of RAM while this has 8. I wanted to get the base. Got a little cable here. They didn't send out charging bricks to the people who pre-ordered this time, which is fine because I have literally 2 100-watt charging bricks I got with my Loki. And we got their cable, which I love. I love the AYN cables, the little branded cables, the little AYN branded cables. All right, let's close this up, get it out of the way, and get to the main attraction. Oh, this thing is small. I don't understand. Okay, so if you watched my other videos on the Odin 2 Mini, you'll know that they switched. Oh, there's me. You'll know that they switched these buttons here to the Xbox layout, the ABXY, like ABXY, compared to on the original, it was ABXY. I'm not quite sure why they did that. I'm not sure it really matters, but I guess we'll have to see. Turn on my computer, because we're going to put a ROM on here. Like I remember on the RG Cube, they had everything pre-installed on there. I don't think anything's going to be pre-installed on here. So the device is much darker in person. I'm not sure why my camera is picking it up as so bright. Welcome to AYN Odin. So they're obviously trying to make this look like a Vita, because this thing obviously looks like a Vita. It looks good and feels weird, like, because it's so rounded. Like the Odin 2 was rounded, but like very slightly. This thing is just like a half circle on each side. Select launcher. I'm doing the AOSP launcher. The Odin launcher is okay, but I like the AOSP launcher better. AYN's D-pads have always been good. I really like this D-pad. Oh, look at that wallpaper. Let's look at it compared to the Odin 2's wallpaper. What I said earlier about the ABXY buttons is still true, but you can just change which control style you want by like pressing this control style button. The Odin 2 has this wallpaper compared to that one. I kind of like this one better, but I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just a wallpaper. Oh, whoops. How about try Mario Kart? Okay, Dolphin MJR2 is installed. We're going to quickly put a ROM on here for, I think, Mario Kart Wii or whatever. And then we'll test it out, and then I'll put more ROMs on, and then I will do my first impressions tomorrow, and then do my review next week. Got this whole thing planned out. The buttons are also in different places. I hate when devices do this. And they did it with the original Odin, and then they fixed it for the Odin 2. But I guess for the Odin 2 Mini, they're going back. On the original Odin, they had the start and look at how dusty this is, because I haven't used it in so long. And the original Odin, they had start and select on the bottom right. For the Odin 2, they moved them to the top, which is where I like them, because that's where they are on a controller, or it's where it feels most natural to reach for, because reaching down here does not feel natural. And on the Odin 2 Mini, they moved it back down, which I don't understand. Why would you do that? Let's see if it autoed, because it's an Xbox style layout. So let's see if it auto does the controls. These buttons feel nice. And I like these joysticks. These joysticks are the exact same, I think, but they feel really nice. Oh no, they didn't. Because look. Alright, that's annoying. Let's do Wii controls. These are where like the game struggles the most on low-end handhelds. Okay, why doesn't the down work? Alright. That's annoying. The only thing I did to this game so far is I changed the controls. No settings have been changed. I don't like this. Why is it acting like this? Why is the gyro actually a gyro? Does that mean I can shake this for it to work? This is where it's starting to struggle. This might just be it building shaders though, so. Ow. So I guess the controls didn't map properly. I see now that I've been through it, it's much smoother. I don't know why the controls didn't take the first time, but it seems they're working now, which is good. Oh, so I can just shake it. That's cool. I'm playing from my screen, but it's like I'm desperately trying to stay in frame. Oh, dang it. I hate Mario Kart 8. I mean, Mario Kart Wii's Rubber Band. I hate Mario Kart Wii's Rubber Band. Well, look at that. Okay, so my bad Mario Kart Wii skills aside, I think that ran really well. Especially in the base performance mode. I'm going to test this out a bunch over the next day or so. And come back to you guys tomorrow with my first impressions. I'm really liking it so far, but I've only had it for like 20 minutes. Welcome back. Once again, if you hear like white noise or something in the background, that's my air conditioner. I am not turning it off. Deal with it. So I've had the Odin 2 Mini for about 24 hours now. I've been using it for about 24 hours. And I really like it. I'm really glad AYN decided to make like a little device. Like this isn't really small. I feel like it's kind of comparable to like some of the bigger devices from other companies like Retroid. Like this is bigger than the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. But I mean, I'm glad they decided to make somewhat of a small device because AYN's devices are usually big. I have the Odin 2 Max right here, and seeing these two side by side, it's very clear that the Odin 2 Mini is much, much smaller. And I don't think this is just recency bias, but I really do think I like the hardware on the Odin 2 Mini better than on the Odin 2. The Odin 2 hardware is not bad. I really love how the Odin 2 feels. But the Odin 2 Mini feels like it all just feels a little better. The sticks feel like they're kind of like larger, which could be a downside to like a lot of people, but I think they feel really nice. The D-pad feels like the exact same. I think the only difference is that the D-pad on here is clear compared to the D-pad on the Odin 2, because the black Odin 2 I have here, the D-pad is black, whereas the black Odin 2 Mini I have here, the D-pad is clear. I do also love these face buttons. They're not like clicky or anything, but they feel really nice. I've had an issue with the Odin 2 Max where like the buttons would stick after a little while. Like after I did my review and stuff, that started happening when I would use the device. That hasn't happened at all on here. There is possibility for it to happen after I use it a lot more, but I don't really see that happening. If it does, I'll be sure to leave like a comment or something on my review when that comes out. And one of the big things I was worried about is that this thing has no grips on it. So I was worried about how it would feel to hold, but I genuinely think that because this device is so wide, I can hold it like this without any issue, without feeling like it's uncomfortable. Like my hands will probably get cramped faster than they do on the base Odin 2, but they still feel great. It still feels amazing. I really do love this whole design. I know they were going for a PS Vita type design, but Everything on here just feels really nice. And one thing they didn't do that a lot of like Ambernick and other manufacturers have been doing, that they even did on the Odin 2 like base model, is there's no LEDs or RGB lights surrounding the joysticks, which I find really interesting. It's not like a negative or a positive either way, but I feel like I was never going to turn them on. I never really have them on. Like on the, if they had like the same options that the RG Cube had, where I could set it to like follow where the stick was going, that would probably be what I would set it to. But besides that, I would probably have them off. So it's fine. If you like them, it's fine. If you don't, it's fine. Who cares? It's a very minimal detail. In terms of emulation and what I've been playing on here, what I do when I do all these tests and I like test out these devices for first impressions is I will just see what's the most powerful thing this thing can play. And I was testing out Nintendo Switch on this thing. Now, it actually ran pretty good. Now, I'm not sure why I'm really surprised by this, because Nintendo Switch ran well on the Odin 2 originally, which has the same processor and CPU and GPU as the Odin 2 Mini. So it really shouldn't be that much of a surprise, but I was thinking like the RAM might cause an issue, but it still runs really good. So if you get a base Odin 2 Mini, you'll still be able to play Nintendo Switch games on like the highest performance level, which means that anything below that, like GameCube, Wii, 3DS, DS, Nintendo wise, I haven't really tried anything non-Nintendo. I will for the review. But anything besides that will run really well. And in terms of the screen looks really nice. Their mini LED like that they put in this thing looks really good. But I can't help but think that what I see a lot of the time is just kind of like bloom. Like, it looks really good. The colors are really vibrant. I'm gonna have to do a direct comparison for my review, but this thing, the games look really nice on it. I just feel like there's a lot of bloom in games. Like it'll look like what happens when my camera gets a little bit smudgy and all the things start to look like there's like lights surrounding all of it. It'll kind of look like that, but it's not a bad thing. The screen looks beautiful. I love it. And I like how it's a small screen. It's a small device on a small screen. Looks really nice. One complaint I have about what I did, I bought the black model, which is not a bad option. I think this thing looks pretty. I love it. I wanted to go with the what the PS Vita did. I don't think the PS Vita had a white version. It looks like there wasn't many white PS Vitas made. Also, if you're thinking about the PlayStation Vita and the first color that comes to mind is white, what? I think of the PS Vita. I never owned a PS Vita. I still don't own a PS Vita. I'm not a PlayStation gamer at all. And I still think of the PS Vita as a black console. So the Xbox controller layout, I know that was kind of like a weird thing. It hasn't really been an issue for me at all. I thought it was gonna be, just because you're on an Android gaming device. It's a little weird to have it like Xbox mode, but I think it's fine. I got used to it really quickly. I'm sure you'll get used to it. I'm not sure there's really anything else for me to talk about. This thing is great. I love it so far. I will test a lot of things out, use it a lot, see how much I really like it compared to the Odin 2 base model and stuff like that. And I will see you in my review, which hopefully should be out next week. I'll see you later. Goodbye.